Welcome to The Lock Shop with Nielson and Hustler.
Welcome to The Lock Shop. What's up, everybody? Dusty and Matty Iwanek with you. It looks like Huss did catch his flight to Costa Rica, or else we probably would have heard otherwise. So Dusty, Matty, and hilarious Hernan Salas with us right off the top here as well. I was bragging about my Yeti mug to the boys, and Hernan started being a smartass. I mean, so I poured tea in this Yeti mug at about 5:05 this morning, and it's not hot, but it's been 6 hours and it's still warm. Like I can still drink it and be like, oh, it's tea, which to me is pretty impressive. And you guys are just like, well, that's what a thermos. That's what it's supposed to do.
The thermos drops, yeah.
But 6 hours, man.
Breaking news: the thermos keeps hot drinks hot and cold drinks cold. It's breaking news. This can happen, and the more you spend, and the better ones you get, have better results.
Because Gage Arnott, he always makes tea in his Yeti.
Yeah,
and he finishes the show and it's still steaming hot.
Yeah,
well, because he puts it in like 2 hours. I can't drink this thing until about 7:30 in the morning. Has to sit there and cool. I don't know.
I did this with Gager last week. I think Gager came in. He's like, I can't believe how hot this is because it's in a thermos.
Yeah, but for this to still be warm, man, I don't think it's crazy that my mind's blown a little bit. You guys have known me for 15 years.
That's why we're laughing. It says so. A Yeti tumblers, they generally keep coffee hot for 3 to 5 hours hot.
Hot, yeah.
With some users reporting warmth lasting 6 to 10 hours.
That's me. I'm one of those users.
So that's like, yeah. That's what they do.
Okay, so now here's the thing. Let's say I just put ice water
Dustin on it.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah, it's White Mud West coach. It was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Don't remember if I got anything from the team last year. And
well, it lasts so long, you don't need another one.
Well, that's the thing.
Keeps things so hot.
This is a great idea to give a coach, though, or a teacher, if you really like your teacher. Now, Yeti mugs aren't cheap, I don't think. They can't be with how good they are at doing their job.
My sister wanted one for her birthday, and we got her one. She loves it. She can't believe
this
how
is
long
my favorite mug. Exactly.
Yeah. No, seriously.
No, here's the thing. If I had ice water in here and I put ice cubes in it,
yeah.
Do you think the ice cubes would still be in there?
Generally, yes.
I
for
bet
a while.
They would have melted in 5 hours, though.
Yes. Mate. Yeah.
I don't know how long it's going to be, but it could be for a long
Google
time.
how long do ice cubes last in water.
I've done it with swell bottles, and they've lasted a long time. How long will ice last in a Yeti?
I bet you it's 3 to 5 hours.
Ice in a Yeti tumbler typically lasts for at least 24 hours, with many reporters reporting ice remaining 36 to 48 hours.
Okay, but that's probably with no liquid in it.
Oh, there would have to be a little bit.
Because the liquid would eventually warm up and melt the ice.
Filling the Yeti with max ice and using pre-chilled beverages can lead to 24 to 48 hours of ice retention.
Okay,
that's what these do.
Then.
That's the things these would do.
I'm not having tea tomorrow. I'm going to test. What cold drink should I put in this thing tomorrow morning?
Just water.
Water.
Like you could just do straight up water.
No, I was thought maybe like
with
an
ice.
iced tea or something. Or okay, I'll do water and ice.
Well,
tomorrow,
that way
and we'll
you know
see how
like
long this lasts for this Yeti.
And then you can see what's melting and oh yeah, that shot is off.
What shot's off?
The shot of us.
Yeah, you got to turn the camera, I think, a little bit.
You got it because I could see Dusty's monitor.
Yeah, so I think it's the camera, Nan. So I don't know if it's.
Is it the camera?
Well, I noticed the camera. Like, look
that is off.
Right, look how far you are. You're very close to.
Whoa! How is that so off?
I think it's crooked.
Who's touching the camera?
I'm not.
I might have accidentally hit it with the vacuum a few weeks ago, but I think we would have noticed that by now.
Well, I haven't been in here for a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Well, wait till after the show because I gotta.
Want me to? I can make you.
Maddie,
let me take a look at the morning show.
Maybe that's why it looks so dark there.
Yeah, the morning show's crooked.
Yeah, see, I noticed that a while ago. I didn't want to mess with it, though.
Yeah, because why would you want to fix things?
Well, I mean, it's not like, somebody's getting hurt by it. It just looks like it's a little off-center.
It looks very off-center. I guess I could have been paying attention longer for that one. But
you know whose problem? This is probably Coop's
I
problem. He probably did something.
Don't be blaming Coop.
Well, I mean, maybe it is.
Guy gets ripped on way too much.
A couple of things around here I want to get to. What do you think of Trev saying that he doesn't think the guy who just climbed Taipei 101 could climb our building?
Well, he can. There's nothing to grab onto, Dusty.
Oh, enough.
He needs to grab onto something.
Yeah, we already went outside and proved it. I went out with Trev.
Well, I'm not doubting that guy after I saw El Capitan.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like there are big ridges on the outside of our, but we went out and looked at it. I told him he could get up this thing in 2 minutes. There's like a couple of ridges he'll jam his feet into. He'll lift himself up. And then there's a sign below our window. He climbs onto the sign. He climbs up to our window. Still climbs on the sign above, and he's up. I don't know how dumb Trev can be. Like, he could easily sign.
Can you open doors?
What do you mean, can you open doors?
Like, because you could open up the door and climb up. Okay, so that's not allowed. I'm just looking at our building.
If you look at the
now.
ridges, there's like gray ridges at the bottom, but they're about 2.5 inches separating.
There's also a smoke.
Which he'll jam his feet into and pull himself up.
I love how Trev is self-proclaimed a good climber.
Yeah, he says he's a big climber too. Because he was saying he could climb our building.
Well, if he can, the other guy can.
Yeah. No, now he says he can't after he looked at it. But I guarantee the other guy could.
I don't know what it takes to climb things, so I have no answer.
You haven't watched any of this climbing stuff?
I have zero interest.
Hernan, you watched it. Like, he could climb our building.
He is unfreaking believable.
It's nuts.
It's unreal.
I can't imagine being there, sitting there, and knowing that if like your finger slips, you're dead.
Yeah.
That's insane. I will say this is kind of lame, but I'll share it anyway. So I parked my truck in the driveway, and right next to it is like a snow hill that sometimes if I'm parked too close, I have to sort of like navigate up along the snow hill. The last 2 days since I watched him climb Taipei 101, I like look at the snow because it gets really slippery now, right? Because everything's slippery. And I look for certain places where I can put my feet steadily as I work towards getting in the truck. And it's kind of a rush. I'm like, oh, this is a good little path I've determined here. It's the closest I'll ever get to being that guy. But it was pretty cool.
Baptized Big U. Dusty chirping Trev for being dumb, but is alarmed that hot drinks stay hot in a thermos.
No, I get it. But for 6 hours, that's insane, man. I'm not coming back around on this. Like it's.
You even said it's just warm. It's not even hot.
Do you want to taste it?
No, that's what you said. So it's like, what do you think? 6 hours? Like that's not the longest. They should isn't it?
I would think
like
that
12?
It would be cold by the time.
That's the point of a thermos. Is it's like a thermos is also like those big things that you like the workers take to the job site. They make something hot in the morning.
Did you ever work a job where you required a thermos, or was the last time you used a thermos? Was it in school?
Yeah, that's why it's not me. Like the other ones that they get the good ones, that's got to last multiple hours from by the time they leave the house till it's lunchtime.
Yeah, I guess.
So that's how it's always.
What we used to do on the farm because we didn't have Yetis. We would fill up a milk jug the night before, put it in the deep freeze, and it would be full of ice. And you take that out when you're doing like farm stuff and just leave it in the sun, and it just slowly melt throughout the day, and you just got ice water all day long.
Yeah,
it's so
big. That's
so
not
delicious.
even insane in the slightest.
It's a little insane. 6 hours.
It is crazy though.
6. See, you said crazy. What's the difference between the wording?
It's a little bit crazy.
It's a little bit crazy.
Like, what will they think of next, man?
I almost said F you. Hey, so
thank you, Nancy.
A little bit of a dilemma here. I did the garbage today, one of my chores, or my chore. I did the garbage. We're out of black garbage bags.
Yeah, it's on the list. I have to go pick some up.
Okay.
We learned that last week.
I know.
And I said I'll go pick some up, but I haven't had time to go pick them up.
I was going to go to Costco, and then I didn't have time. So I put a note in the kitchen, and I said, out of garbage bags, so you can use the left garbage bag.
Well, the problem is, too, is that we have the big black garbage bags, but if you take them out, there's a lot of room still in
So you know what I did today? I took the black garbage bag out, tons of room, cleaned out this garbage. I cleaned out the right garbage because it was open at the time, cleaned out that garbage as well, cleaned out my office garbage, fit it all into one big black bag.
Smart. Because I will say that's something that didn't happen last few times. We had a lot of empty,
half full black
bags as opposed to like filling up the one bag. We used up a lot of half bags.
Who's on recycling this stretch?
Nansel.
Nice work, Nansel.
You did it yesterday. He's walking around.
Yeah, I gave you a note in my chore log. I gave you a check mark, whoever's on recycling. I noticed, I was just like, holy smokes, look at the recycling. Done just like that. So you got a mark in there.
I didn't think anyone noticed.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Have you cleaned the bathrooms yet, Manny? Has it been required?
I cleaned the bathroom on Friday. I wiped it down yesterday.
Oh, a wipe down.
It's going to be wiped. It takes like a minute to wipe it down. It's going to be wiped down every single day that I'm here.
Check mark in the chore log. That's pretty impressive.
I feel bad for Coop. Because I will say, as having been the person that also was on mop duty, he will be able to mop that, but no one will notice.
What, the bathroom?
No, the front entrance. If you mop that, because it's always just going to look dirty. There's like he could mop it every day, and we would never notice. I do feel bad for him.
What did you think of my mats that I got for the front?
They look good.
They're a little small.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would. I think that because Where'd you get them?
IKEA. I was happened to be at IKEA.
Because I saw some actually at Dollar Tree once.
Damn it.
Or not, or Dollarama.
Really?
That's going to go buy some there because I think we need to put because we don't have proper ones.
We need something at the
front.
bottom, yeah.
So I was just going to maybe like those are small ones. We could throw those down there and get a bigger one for up here.
Not a bad idea. That could work too.
That's possible.
The one downstairs is pretty ratty. Like the one right at the bottom of the stairs.
Oh, that's just the carpet here that I found a sample of.
Oh.
That was over there that we just threw down there because we needed something going
pretty
into winter.
sketchy
We
at the
haven't
time.
done anything.
Yeah.
I will say, I don't know if you ever approved it.
What?
Gager wanted the hot plate.
Yeah.
Are you
said
approving
that's
that?
cool. Well, how much are we talking?
20 some bucks from Canadian Tire. It's in the flyer. I could use petty cash if you'd like.
No.
You just got $5 from bottles.
No, just send HR Dad. I know. Did Eric go get 5 more? Petty cash is looking pretty good lately, I think. Isn't it?
Yeah, it's $130 or something.
Nothing to sneeze at.
No.
I give you the rubber stamp on a hot plate, at least less than $40, whatever it is.
Yeah, it's a Canadian Tire one. It's on sale.
So what do you make on a hot plate?
It's just like a little stove.
Oh.
Like,
So you would put a pan on it of some sort.
yeah, that we're not buying. Gager will have to bring his own stuff.
Yeah.
So it's just this single burner.
Oh, that looks nice.
So you can make something on it, I guess.
All right. There we go. Hot plate.
We'll have to put, if anything, we did put a live camera in the office, which I am opposed to. But a live stream of just the kitchen.
Just the kitchen.
Watching Gager cook things for our listeners.
Gager is like a
side
little
stream on
fruity,
YouTube.
yeah.
That's just always the kitchen and watching Gager cook whatever he's cooking.
What are you watching there? Oh, I'm watching Gager in the kitchen. Watching Coob go back how many times back and forth to the leftovers. That'd be kind of funny as well. All right, 780-218-9999, 780-218-9999. Couple of things. So Huss is off to Costa Rica. He won't be back until next Wednesday, right? Because is Monday back, so he'll be flying back Tuesday. So we'll get him on Wednesday, although I'm sure he'll have some pics popping up over on his social media account from Costa Rica, but he's going down there to play poker. One thing I do want to do is, with our EST specials page, I want to populate it with a Super Bowl bet of the day every single show between now and the Super Bowl. So we find something that we want to bet, we send it over to them, we get it boosted, and it stays up until kickoff. So that way, when we get to kickoff, I don't know if there's a limit on the number of specials that we can have up on our EST specials page, but I want there to be like a dozen Super Bowl specials.
I don't think there would be
sitting there on the page. I don't think so.
The only thing we'd have to ask is if we could put the new ones on top.
Like every day?
Yeah, if like
more
so when we
recent
do the early bird of the day, if it's not
so it
NFL
doesn't get
related
lost all
or
the way
Jays
down.
play day, all that goes to the top as opposed to seeing the same bets at the very
I
top.
would hope on the
and people
back
scroll
end,
down.
maybe they just
Maybe
have
we could
a
ask them.
drag and drop sort of slider.
Because usually the newer ones go to the bottom.
The early bird bet is up right now. It is the Knicks, the Thunder, the Suns, and the Clippers all to win. Plus 123, 4 heavy favorites. They're all favorites of 8 points or more. We hit a similar play last week on the Nielsen Show. We hit the early bird bet yesterday. That's another thing I want to get into today. What is the best set it and bet it bet for Oilers games? Like, what's one that you would just bet every single time? So we'll get to that. That'd be a little bit a little fun today as well. I don't know. Did you watch the Lakers game at all last night?
No.
Are you following along with the Lakers? So far
They've
this
had a
year?
rough stretch the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
But,
I watched last night. Luka was ridiculous.
I was just Googling. I Googled yesterday possible trade targets that they might go get.
What popped up?
It just said the one thing I saw was Bleacher Report. They were like doing a thing for each team, and they said Lakers will go get a defender. I was like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah, they're looking for a 3-and-D wing, probably. Although Rui Hachimura, who's coming off the bench right now, has been awesome. He was outstanding last night. And they don't have Austin Reeves yet, and Austin Reeves will come back. But Luka was insane last night. No, I love Luka. I think when LeBron eventually retires, Luka will become my new favorite player.
Oh, interesting.
But at the same time, I don't know if Luka will ever lead a team to a championship because he's horrible defensively.
He will need a
like
second.
he's gonna need like a Kawhi type as a number 2
Anthony
that
Davis.
can lock things down defensively. Yeah, but AD can't guard guards,
Okay.
right? Like, I don't know. He's
But everyone
insane.
needs
like
it
he
too.
was incredible last night.
It's large. Everyone almost always needs it too, especially nowadays.
Well, yeah, but like,
So who's going to like Austin Reeves? I don't think is the solid. Like he's to me is going to be. With Luka is a great 3.
yeah, I mean, Austin Reeves can average 22 or 23.
But he's
points
not
a night
that
for it.
defender either.
No.
You need someone that could play defense.
I mean, if Luka had 31-year-old LeBron, I mean, from a defensive perspective, I mean, that would be unfair for those two guys to be together in their primes. But like teams target him defensively in fourth quarters. And it's like, oh, that's tough.
the West is open again.
Yeah, OKC's come back to the pack a little
have
bit. Yeah.
10 losses.
They lost to the Raptors, for goodness sakes, in OKC this week.
They are beatable. Now, I think they'll still obviously be the favorite throughout any series that they go into, but they are beatable. So I don't think if you're the Lakers, there would have been a point where I would have been like, you just let this year play out, whatever. You go, you hold your assets, you play in the offseason, go to try to sign someone. But there's, I think you can go beat the Thunder potentially this year.
Well, we'll see how the West plays out. Anyway, we've got that NBA parlay for you sitting there waiting if you want to ride. Super, the Chalky Boys from the Nielsen show this morning. Knicks, Thunder, Suns, Clippers, plus 123. I think it was a little bit of a less, I think it was like plus 111 or something last week when we got it done. All right, Oilers, we hit the early bird bet yesterday. It was Oilers money line, McDavid over 1.5, Bush and Draisaitl with a point, and it was only plus 137 because they were such heavy favorites against the Ducks last night. But it did lead me to the question, Matty. If I told you set one bet for the Oilers the rest of the year, and you have to bet it every single game, and you can't bet anything else, what's the bet it and like set it and bet it and just leave it for the rest of the year? No modifying. No, we'll go Hyman goal this time or this. What would it?
Connor, 2 points. It's easy.
Can you, let's say you have to get it to plus money.
Okay, so now
just so we can't go like crazy chalky.
That's a different question here.
Let's say I guess there would be no Oilers game up right now.
No, and that's it. Like with the bets, you generally it's day of. It's always day of for the full bets that you could see. So I don't know.
Well, they got some games for tomorrow.
Colorado play tonight, but generally they don't have full player odds.
Oh no, the player markets won't be up until tomorrow.
Yeah, so I can't see what numbers they would be. Because now you're trying to get me to get it closer to plus money.
So you're not even putting the money line in there just because then you're only winning when they win, right? You want to bet that you could try to sort of cash like.
But this year there's a lot more opportunities.
How many times would let's see if we can bring it up. How many times would it have cashed this year? McDavid 2 points, Draisaitl point, because that might get you close to plus 100. Might get you close. I wonder
what
how
is
many,
usually
I wonder
a
how many
McDavid
times
power
that's
play
cashed.
point? What is just straight up a McDavid
power play point?
Do you know what that usually are? Because Big U is saying they're usually plus money.
I thought it was like minus one for McDavid. I thought it was like minus 105 or something last game.
So then, yeah,
so just like
McDavid, Leon, power play points combined, those two, that should get you plus money.
Oh, that would, yeah. Well, no, that would do pretty well actually. That would be probably
McDavid, Draisaitl, power play point each. That would be the one. If you're saying I have to get the plus money, if it's not plus money, I would probably take McDavid 2+ points, because even that number shouldn't it be like probably about minus 115 or something like that, minus 120.
Yeah,
that's decent money. Where's yours going to?
I think I'd go McDavid over 1.5 points, and then a Draisaitl point. I think that would probably get you the plus money.
See, Penner's pancakes, but again, this isn't getting to plus money. Of the Oilers' 54 games this year, how many were over? So maybe potentially the over.
It's a good question.
But you're not going to get the over for plus money, I don't think.
No, you wouldn't. It would usually be... I wonder if we can find how many of their games would have gone over the total set at the time. I mean, an over in the Oilers game, probably like a blind bet you can get away with. But let's say I would like to know the number on if you just only bet McDavid 2 points, Draisaitl point. You'd have to probably be up pretty good in what they like to call units so far this year.
What is Patty from the Beer House yesterday said if you did that with the Jets interceptions this year, to not have an interception, and you bet the same, like you took whatever you won next game, you'd have won over $1 million.
Really?
You've had over $1 million this year. If you constantly kept betting that the Jets weren't going to get an interception.
There had to have been some spiteful Jets fans who did that.
But they wouldn't have done it from the start of the year. You know how it is when you hate
your team? You're like, I'm just might as well try to make some money off of it. Maybe not from the entire beginning of the year. 780-218-9999. What would be your set it and bet it Oilers bet the rest of the way? Let's see here. Over on YouTube. Yeah. Let's see. Duck Dad. An actual bunny is on the screen broadcast during halftime at some point. Northside Sandwich, total over 4.5 and a McDavid power play point. That's probably good. He says only McDavid power play point is the only plus money player on the Oilers that isn't plus. Yeah, so yeah, McDavid power play point is just under plus money, I think. Old Gil says add in a goal against the Oilers as well. So you put it up. Oilers, the game total over 4.5. Oilers goal against. That's probably not going to change much because they would be linked. And then Connor McDavid power play point. 780-218-9999. We'll take a look at today's slate. What are you working on over there? You're working. Maddie's doing some math. He's doing something over there.
Well, you were trying to come up with you want to bet for the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So one thing I just was wondering, what is the total amount of points scored in the first quarter? Because the over under for the
Super Bowl
first
play
quarter.
of the day?
Yeah, you want a Super. So I was just trying to see what I could possibly come up with. So there is first quarter. I saw a total. First quarter total is 8.5. So I was just doing the math. I went back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 years. And I was just calculating what the first quarters are. So now I have to. 1, 2, 3.
What do we got there?
6, 7, 8, 9 of 15 would have been over. You had 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 shutouts that have happened in those 15 years. The last time these two teams met, it was no points were scored. The year prior when Seattle took on Denver, there was only 8 points scored, so that would have been under as well. So the last 2 times Seattle has been in it.
And what'd you say it's at? 10.5?
It's 8.5.
8.5.
The last 2 times that the Seahawks have been in the Super Bowl, or those 2 times, would have been on the under. I just seeing if there's something there. Like
I think I probably like the over 8.5. I don't want to go to the Super Bowl. I don't want to go to the Super Bowl party and sit there and cheer for no points and 2 teams that I freaking hate.
That's fair.
Like, that would really suck. I hate both of these teams, and they can't score.
In the first quarter, like is there going to be a feeling out period? Is this a situation where? So now 9 out of 15 were on the over. So the over does. The odds say more often, slightly, it'd be on the over. So the over is minus 123. Get that boost a little bit. Cheer for points in that first.
The over 8.5 is minus 123.
Yeah.
So it's a touchdown and a field goal.
Yes.
We're cashing it.
Yes. So last year there was 7 points. The year before there was a shutout. The year before there was 14. The year before was 10. The year before was 10. The year before was 10. So even if it goes the last 6 years.
What about these 2 teams so far, like in the last 2 months? I'm just curious
how they're scoring?
How they started.
So you got to go to each game though.
Yeah. Let me see the Seahawks here. All right. So Seahawks against the Rams. That was 13 total points. Seahawks against the Niners. They crushed them. And that game had 17. That was all Seattle. Put 17 up.
I'm assuming this is regular season.
And the
stats on this play, regular season and preseason. The Seahawks are averaging 7 points in the first quarter. The Patriots are averaging 6.5 points. Over their last 3 games, Seattle is averaging 11.3 points in the first quarter. New England's 2.3.
Still covers.
In their last game, obviously, I think so. Seattle would have had 10 points this past weekend.
They're up 10. Was it 10-3?
And 10-3. And New England didn't have any points, which still would have cashed. Their average this year, Seattle's at 7 and New England's at 6.5. So even if you go just last game, 10-0. If you go last 3 games, 10-2 or 11-2. If you go overall across the season, 6.5, that would take the over.
Well, then let's do it. It's minus 123. I think if we legitimately, this works for us sometimes. Ask them to put it to plus 100 and see if they'll do it. I mean, that's a little bit higher than I think they take.
Are we going to word this a specific way? Like, do we want EST Super Bowl
play of the day?
Super Bowl play.
I think so. Is there a cooler name we can come up with it? Super Bowl play of the day number 1. Let's do that. And then we can just keep throwing them in there.
Okay, let me send this.
By the way, I mentioned it on the Nielson show earlier today, but our Super Bowl party is completely booked. They have some tabletops like at the top where you can come and sit. It's just for people who want to roll in day of, but all of the tables have been reserved a couple of weeks out, which once again goes to show that the Edmonton Sports Talk Super Bowl party has to be the best Super Bowl party in the city. Outside of like those outrageous home parties. I used to go to a Super Bowl party at Basement Frank's where I can't even say what happened at these parties. So Our party's not as cool as that party, but it's a pretty good party and it's fully reserved right now. So hopefully you have a table and you are able to join us.
So you want plus 100?
Well, if we can,
Possibly.
ask politely, see if they can get to plus 100.
It's
Minus 123. I think it's close. I think maybe they get it to about minus 110. But if they can get to plus 100,
I've asked.
I think that's
the
nice.
request is out
I like
there.
that. So now we're locked in the first quarter. Like we are fully invested in the first quarter of this game. Use your game sense, but sprinkle it. And then so what are the quarters like? What are the totals for the rest of the quarters? 13.5 second quarter, 8.5 third quarter, and fourth quarter's 12.5. I don't hate a fourth quarter of 12.5 either. Now,
I do in one way that if this is a blowout for the Seahawks,
they just
milk
it.
we're killing
You
the
think
clock.
there's a possible blowout for the Seahawks on the table here? I like the Seahawks, and I could see them winning by 7-10, but I don't know about blowout. You don't think Drake May is good enough to do a couple of solid things in this game?
I could see a Seahawks defense showing up and this having the potential of being closer to a Seahawks-Broncos game that we saw a number of years ago. There is that potential there. I don't see a New England Patriots rolling the Seahawks, but I think there is, like everyone's saying, that, you had the Super Bowl last weekend. I could see a situation where bright lights, first time there for this group of Patriots, not the organization.
Sam Darnold, too.
And maybe again, absolutely.
Big Uke says, I think the Seahawks win by at least 2 touchdowns, and Old Gill has the Seahawks by 17.
So if you're on that side, like I could just see the fourth quarter.
If you think that's the game script, then yes, the fourth. Mind you,
the flip side is
if
what
they're
happened
way
last
up,
year.
And then what happens if they're just in prevent and the Patriots tack on 10 in garbage time?
Well, yeah, what happened last year? Because we had a dominating victory last year.
Well, that was a straight up blowout. They kind of just kept piling on, didn't they?
So in the fourth quarter last year, 16-6, Casey over Philly.
So 24
So that
points.
would have been the over. So if you're looking at that blowout, then you could sit there and be like, yeah, well, there's going to be garbage
put
points.
some points on the board late, yeah. I don't know. Let's start it with the first quarter. We'll send it over. You should be able to find it on the EST specials page. You'll see it, but what do we label it? The Super Bowl?
Well, I have Super Bowl play of the day 1.
Yeah.
I've asked for plus 100. We'll see if they can do that.
All right. Well, that'll be fun. I look forward to doing this every day. If you have any ideas, and maybe you're listening on a podcast later, or you're listening on TuneIn or iHeart right now, think about it, and then throw us your suggestions. Obviously, over in the Nasty Chat as well. Throw us your suggestions, and we'll put.
And this all leads
put it
up
together
to next Friday.
The 2-hour special.
2-hour lock shop next Friday.
Myself
right
and
here at
Huss
Edmonton
will have
Sports
this
Talk.
shot. So we'll have to set up a shot that we've never had on the lock shop before. 2-shot, and then the guest. We've never done it before. That'll be a first. I want to roll. You're going to roll in here.
Sure.
Glue Guy's going to roll in here.
Sure.
Hernan's, he's like, don't do it. But he bets more than I think any of us.
He should come on in.
So he's going to roll. He should probably everybody should come in and make their Super Bowl picks. I think it'll be a lot of fun. Old Gil says KW9 will run out the clock in the second half and JSN will keep moving the chains. Hey, what do you think of Tom Brady now as a broadcaster in his second year?
I'm not going to sit here and say I thought he was great or anything.
Yeah.
I didn't have the hate on Tom Brady as others did.
For his broadcasting or like Brady in
broadcasting.
general? Okay.
No, I'm a fan of Tom Brady. I was Brady over Manning.
That was tough. I was always the Manning guy, but
It was one of those. I think we're seeing some of the insights of him that are really good when you're paying attention. That, like, everyone loved Tony Romo because he predicted a play. But if you listen to what Tom Brady says, he actually gives you information. He actually gives you a breakdown of certain things that are really like,
pretty good at it.
I never knew that. There's work to be done. And I don't think he should have been thrown right into, play-by-play booth number 1. But I'm hopeful that he's going to keep growing here. And this guy might be a long-term, if he wishes, number 1 booth broadcaster for us for the quarterbacking play. And I remember I'll go to a quote. I think it was Mina Kimes on with Dan Le Batard, who's ripping him and be like, is he prepping, to call, broadcasting? Like, is he going to be able to, decide, know what's happening in the spur of the moment? And Mina Kimes is like, just like when he was quarterback, sitting behind and reading a defense in the 40-second play clock. Like, yeah, this guy's going to be just fine at these things. It's just, can he convey that? I think he's getting better. I think this guy's going to grow while Tony Romo's regressing. I think Tom Brady's going to keep getting better. We're going to love Tom Brady. The only problem I have, though, is you can't be part of the Vegas Raiders in terms of a major capacity. Get out. One or the other. Pick one.
He would have to. What do you think he would choose?
Raiders.
I agree with you. I agree with you on this. Like, to me, because what's his role right now with the Raiders?
It's kind of, he's closing in on being like
president?
A president almost without being president.
If he becomes president, he can't be broadcast.
Matt Ryan was named president of the Falcons and he left CBS.
Yeah, but there were some rumors that Matt Ryan was going to take a pretty significant job and try to keep being on the desk on CBS. And I was like, that can't happen. Can you imagine if like, for example, Suter was the president of the Riders and still did color on the national broadcast? Like, we'd be mocked relentlessly.
If the Raiders get to a Super Bowl and it's a Fox game, is he going to be critical in any way if the Raiders do something wrong? Like, you can't do that. I'm sorry.
He probably has about 5 years till they're relevant. So maybe you can milk both sides for a little bit, but that's a tough one.
Fox is paying you $300 and some million.
Yeah, what a ridiculous broadcast contract.
Yes.
Like, it's insane. You might as well just stick to, and he's getting pretty good at it.
I would try to do both until somebody told me I couldn't.
Yeah,
and
but nobody's going to tell Tom Brady that he can't, though.
That's where it's like, Fox, keep paying me $300 million. It's going to have to come down to the other teams finally saying, like, we don't want him calling these. We can't have this.
Do you think Romo's getting worse, or do you just think because we've seen some other guys who are better now, Romo doesn't look as good?
He's worse because before he predicted plays, now he doesn't predict plays because by all accounts it was upsetting teams.
That,
So then you learned that he actually didn't have any other insight.
Yeah, I know.
Outside of him be like, this is a run up the middle, Jim. Now it's just, here we go, Jim. He lost everything that he has. And by all accounts, too, he's not prepping. He's just mailing it.
He called Josh Allen Patrick Mahomes in a national broadcast a few weeks back. You're like... He's like, look at Mahomes. I'm like, come on, man. Like, how is this even possible?
Because he was too busy
part of me thinks
calling so many straight Kansas City Chiefs games this year.
Yeah, like I feel like he's going nuts. Like, how can you make that mistake in that game?
Because he was the hot guy. He did great for a couple of years. Locked into a massive contract, one of the biggest contracts we've seen for that color
analyst.
What's his
contract?
And now he just mailed it in.
What's the Tony Romo contract at? Jeez Louise, these guys.
Well, because he was so good that they were scared of losing him. It's a $180 million deal.
Come on. How many years?
10 years.
So he's getting $1 million a game. Right? Let's say it's about 18 games. Once he does, he probably does about 18 games.
More than that, because he get playoff too.
Okay. So he does 20 games. So he's getting I cannot imagine a world where you get $1 million to broadcast a football game.
Brady's getting 30-some million for the season.
Yeah, I mean, the American media landscape is insane. There's so much money down there. It's nuts.
But
imagine going and broadcasting a game and making $1 million.
Okay, I'm gonna throw. Well,
I do one and then quit. Give me my $1 million.
Okay, well, Tom Brady, how much money did he make in his career?
Yeah. He doesn't even. He probably doesn't even. This money probably goes to some special account somewhere.
Brady's on Fox. Aikman's on ESPN, ABC.
I still like Aikman.
Collingsworth is NBC.
Yeah.
Romo's CBS. Curb Street is Amazon. Rank those five
guys.
Those are the 5 guys.
Okay, I would go.
How would you rank them currently right now?
Okay, give them to me again.
So you've got Tom Brady, Troy Aikman, Chris Collingsworth, Tony Romo, and Kirk Herbstreit. The number one crew. Don't give me the Greg.
Where's Greg Olsen?
Don't give me a Greg Olsen's here. He's not number 1 anymore.
Okay, I would go number 5, Tony Romo. Number 4, Chris Collingsworth. Number 3, Herbstreit. Number 2, Brady. And number 1, Aikman.
See, I had Aikman, Brady, Collingsworth, Herbstreit, Romo.
All right, so you like Collingsworth a little bit more.
Yeah, I don't
mind Herbstreit though. I like Herbstreit.
He's clearly a college guy a little more than the NFL.
Yeah,
it's not there fully always for that. Collingsworth is getting a little. He's been around for a while and he's starting to just say some of the same things, but it's taken a long time to get here. And Romo's taken 4 years. I will say, what did I see the stat for Chris Collingsworth? This is his 6th Super Bowl. I think he's going to call for NBC. Is that how it was, or is this his 7th?
Now do the play-by-play guys. Let's wait.
But 5 of them have been with the Patriots.
Really?
Chris Collingsworth
whenever he's in,
he only calls Patriots games. Play-by-play guys. So on Fox, you've got what is it? Kevin Burkhardt.
Burkhardt works with Brady. Yeah, I like him.
So that's That's Fox.
There's Burkhardt,
ESPN
Tirico.
is Joe Buck.
That Buck.
You've got NBC is Mike Tirico. CBS, you've got Jim Nantz. And Amazon is Al Michaels. So again, this is current.
I like Tirico. I'd put Tirico at the top. I'll go Tirico. I really like Burkhardt too. So I'll go Tirico, Burkhardt, Buck, Nance, Michaels.
See, I've got Joe Buck, Jim Nantz, Kevin Burkhardt, Mike Tirico, Al Michaels.
You don't like Tirico that
Nope.
much, eh?
No,
Oh, I think Tirico, I think he sets the scene brilliantly. I like Tirico.
I will say this. I never was a fan of Mike Tirico. Didn't like him for Monday Night Football when he was on ESPN. Here, I still think that there's just something a little off with him. But when he called, when we ran ESPN radio broadcast the NBA Finals, on radio, he's brilliant.
Tirico?
On radio, I will take him on radio because he painted that picture so beautifully and so perfectly. But on TV, I'm just not as big with him. Joe Buck, I really enjoy. I think him and Troy Aikman have the best group duo.
Yeah,
I think they are the best duo. There's just something about Jim Nantz. I think maybe Tony Romo brings him down that some people might easily forget about him. But Kevin Burkhardt's fantastic.
Burkhardt, I like Burkhardt, yeah. I think he's really good.
Now, if you could have, and you can't name yourself, a dream Super Bowl broadcast, and again, can't name yourself.
I'd probably throw myself in there.
I said you can't name yourself. Who would you want? Because I know who I'd want. I think.
Kevin Harlan. Can I say Harlan? Even though he's not on our list?
That's number one.
Harlan's my guy.
Kevin Harlan would be my guy for Super Bowl.
I would go Kevin Harlan and I might go Harlan and Brady, to be honest with you.
I put Aikman.
I think those guys might work a little bit together. I think Brady and Harlan might work together a little bit better than Harlan and Aikman. But yeah, that would be fun. Casino Dealer Jay says, wasn't $1 million what they were going to pay you to call that Islanders game, Dusty? How about no? No, it was not. It was not even anywhere remotely close to that. Old Gil says, Dusty getting poached from CFL broadcast to go to the NFL. I love the CFL. I'm trying to think. Let's say somebody came and was like, "Hey, we want you to come do an NFL game somewhere." Even like, I'm trying because they make a ton of money down there.
Are you talking about team broadcaster or are you talking about national broadcaster? Like Fox booth number 6? Or are we talking
so
like radio play-by-play
no, I think I'm done with radio play-by-play. So, like not this group.
No.
Fox group number 6.
CBS and Fox have multiple broadcast
So on
teams.
one of those teams, how much do you think those guys make? Like, let's who would we search?
Well, but they also do more than just the NFL to a degree. Like Ian Eagles calling NFL, but he's also doing, I think, Brooklyn Nets. He's play-by-play of the Brooklyn Nets. He's doing March Madness and stuff. Yeah. So it's all in one.
So it's different.
I don't think they have
what if
CBS.
Like somebody, let's say
NFL
they're like,
play-by-play.
hey, come down and be the number 7 guy on Fox, and we'll give you $100,000 a game. I mean, I love you guys, and I love EST, and I love doing the Canadian Football League, but that would be insane. I just can't imagine. Like, I put in like 5-6 hours of prep for every game. Then you go call the game, and I feel like I get paid relatively fairly. I wouldn't say amazingly. I can't imagine doing all that same prep, but all of a sudden getting a paycheck to do a game of like $150,000. I don't know if it's because we came up in the Canadian media where there's just like no money. See, but that's insane to me.
But that no one does just that. Like I found one. So Tom McCarthy does some stuff on CBS. He calls select NFL, NBA, college games, or has on CBS.
Sweet gig.
But he's also play-by-play announcer for the Phillies television. He does Westwood One Radio, which a lot of those guys do Westwood
That must
ones.
be like a freelance.
He also filled in on select weeks for regular season on MLB on TBS. So a lot of those guys, they get plucked for those games, and it's not their job.
But their main
full-time.
gig is the other thing, yeah.
Or they have all those other
So
things.
just like me and
Mike,
EST.
Mike Breen.
Breen
is ESPN, but he also calls Knicks games. He's a Knicks play-by-play announcer for their TV, I believe it is.
And then he pops in to do.
And then he'll when it's national, he goes does those.
Yeah.
So no,
it's like who's the guy that does the Islanders? Burke. He does TNT stuff too. Right, so he'll pop in, do a TNT game, and then get back to
Kenny
the
Albert.
Yeah, those types of guys.
He's all over the place.
Yeah, American
So those guys are
media
doing a
scene
lot
is
of
very
it.
fascinating.
Like Kirk Herbstreit is like if you're at the top, Kirk Herbstreit, let's say, Herbie will do, well, he does College Game Day on Saturdays. He really does one game a week.
Yeah.
But then he also is now added the NFL.
So he keeps
But he's
busy
also
there,
the
too.
number one now.
Yeah, on college. Well, and big in the NFL, too. He's on number one. Yeah. All right, 780-218-9999. Michael texts in and says, when are you going to call the Grey Cup on the main network, Dusty? To be determined. It's just leave it at that at some point, hopefully. All right, let's get to this NHL slate tonight. Here we go. Let's see here. What do we got? We got a bunch of games tonight. Maple Leafs, they're in an interesting spot right now. They're at home against the Buffalo Sabres. Joseph Woll's going to start for the Maple Leafs and Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen for the Sabres. Bruins and Preds, unconfirmed. Swayman and Saros right now. Gibson will get the start for the Red Wings. Los Angeles Kings have Darcy Kemper unconfirmed. Bobrovsky's going to go for the Florida Panthers. The Mammoth are coming in off that loss last night in Tampa, 2-0. So you would expect to see Vanacek in net for the Mammoth. Dobish will start for the Habs. They're at home against the Golden Knights. Jake Allen is getting the start for the Devils at home against Hellebuck and the Jets. It'll be Binnington versus Ottinger with the Stars and the Blues. Jesper Wallstedt will start for the Minnesota Wild against Spencer Knight and the Chicago Blackhawks. You've got the Sharks in Vancouver to take on the Canucks. Lankinen and Nedeljkovic both unconfirmed at this point. And then the other late game, Washington continues their West Coast trip. They're in Seattle. And Thompson and Grubauer are unconfirmed at this point. As for the numbers here, the Red Wings are -127 home favorites against the Kings. Panthers -152 at home against the Mammoth. This line is moved a little bit. I thought this morning the Habs were actually like a plus money dog. Now they're a -110 favorite. The Bruins and Preds is essentially a pick 'em, as are the Leafs and the Sabres. The Jets are +109 dogs on the road in New Jersey, -128 favorite there. Minnesota -213 at home against the Chicago Blackhawks. Dallas and St. Louis. Dallas is -159 on the road in St. Louis. Sharks are -125 favorites going into Vancouver, and the Capitals are -130 favorites rolling in to Seattle. So it's a pretty busy slate tonight in the National Hockey League. Maddie, are there one or two games that jump out at you here?
I've got three.
3 games,
I've
okay.
picked 3 games. I put in a little parlay here,
see.
plus
What do we got?
329.
It's already plus 329.
Yeah.
All right, well, maybe we'll just ride with you. What do you got?
Red Wings 8-1-1 in their last 10.
They've been
They are
playing well.
playing host to the LA Kings, who themselves have won a couple in a row, but or 4-2-2 over the last 4. I do like the Detroit Red Wings at home. And then there's a close battle for second in the Central. You got the Wild, you got the Stars. They're a point separating the two of them. At this moment in time, basically, these are the two teams we're going to be seeing in the first round of the playoffs. So home ice is something that they're going to be battling for. They are both taking on teams that haven't been playing well as of late. Even Bedard coming back. Murray was saying it yesterday on the Hangout. Just hasn't looked like himself just yet. So the Wild at home to the Blackhawks, -213. Stars in St. Louis, who have lost 4 straight. Stars at -159. So it would be Wild, Stars, Red Wings, money line, plus 329.
Wallstead starting for Minnie. Hey, I'm just looking here. So Minnesota's won 3 of their last 5. They lost in overtime to Florida, but that was 3 days ago. So they'll be coming into this game on 2 days rest, which I think helps the case to take Minnesota in this one. As for the head-to-head, Minnesota has won 9 of their last 10 against Chicago. The only loss being in overtime last November. We're talking 2 Novembers ago. So I really like the Detroit play. I'm with you on Minnesota. And then what'd you say? The other one was Dallas on the road against St. Louis. I mean, it's tough not to just sit here and fade St. Louis with how they've been so far this season. And Binnington's being arguably the worst goaltender in the league. They've lost 4 in a row. Oh, did they just play?
Who? Stars?
Dallas's last game was against St. Louis.
3-2 win.
Yeah, they beat them 3-2, and that was 4 days ago. So Dallas is rolling in. That was on the 23rd, so 24th. They had 3 days off before this game. I wonder if Rod Z's got a trend on teams coming off 3 days of rest. Because that's an interesting. Yeah, okay, man. These are what'd you say it was?
I have it as plus 329 before a boost if you did money line Wild, Stars, Red Wings.
I was also looking at Florida tonight. Let's see where Florida.
Barkov's skating.
Is he really?
Yeah. George Richards had a tweet today. He was skating with a couple of the others.
If he's skating right now, he'll be playing.
Brian, Tommy, and I were talking about, like, you think Olympic break coming up here, all that. Could he be back mid-March? Like, we're talking kind of 2 months from now. If he's already skating, look, from what you can gather from him skating around on the ice, skating rather well from a torn ACL. He's going to be back.
Can you imagine if Florida gets healthy just at the right time and runs the East again?
Or imagine if he's getting.
Where are they right now in the standings?
They're about 3 points back. What if they don't get in? Like, there's going to be a situation where I think they're going to almost have to rush him back unless they could pick up a few points to get themselves comfortably in a playoff spot. But right now they're at 59 points. They're 4 points back. The Bruins are at 63. Panthers do have 2 games in a hand on the Bruins, so they can catch up there. Sabres are sitting they're not sitting in a wild card spot. They're sitting in a division spot, the Sabres.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. They've just like, are they second or third?
Third.
Last night I thought I looked, they were second.
They're third, 6 back of the Red Wings, 2 games in hand. So they can make that a 2-point gap. Would help them with the win over the struggling Leaf tonight. By the way. Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, I want to take you through. I want to throw the Panthers in there too.
Okay.
I know it's a 4-gamer, and that's a big one, and it's plus 612 before boost. So we're looking at probably close to plus 640 or 650. 612. Yeah. So Panthers money line. Somebody just said over in the chat, yeah, Vanacek only has 2 wins so far this year, which isn't good. At Florida's won 3 in a row, back-to-backs for Utah, who'd been playing well before that. Utah had won 8 of their last 9 before getting shut out in Tampa last night, and Florida has coming in off wins on the road against Winnipeg, Minnesota, and Chicago. Florida had played 9 of 10 on the road. I still like them in this spot tonight. So Florida, we'll go Florida, Detroit, Stars, and Wild. So we've got a 4. Now, once again, we wouldn't suggest a bunch of 4-game parlays if you want to use your game sense properly, especially with tonight where, like, the Red Wings at minus 127, you can kind of eat that and play it on its own. I don't hate the Habs at minus 110 tonight. The Bruins at minus 108 at home. Decent number on Boston. I think Buffalo on the road against Toronto tonight, considering where Toronto's at right now. Don't hate that. And there's some value on the board tonight without having to put together parlay. But now we've got a 4-gamer in the NBA and a 4-gamer in the NHL.
I've sent it to them.
And the NHL number will be significantly bigger. And you send over the Super Bowl play.
They haven't responded yet to me, so hopefully.
What
do you make of Joe Brady, head coach, Buffalo Bills?
Did that get done?
Yeah.
When did that happen?
During the hangout.
Oh, I was busy. We had a meeting and
5-year deal.
5-year deal?
I don't know. There's something that just screams that the Bills are screwing this all up. They're going to be the new Sabres of Buffalo, and the Sabres.
Oh, I hope not. What's his history with Josh Allen?
Well, he's the OC the last couple of years.
Yeah, like beyond.
He's 36 years old. He was with.
But
He was with the Panthers 20 to 21 as offensive coordinator. Has been with the Bills since 22. Started as the QB coach.
When I meant history, I meant relationship. I mean, it must be a good relationship. Like, has there been any stories on relationship with Josh Allen? Did Josh Allen be like, yes, I want my OC to be the guy?
Well, by all accounts, he was supposed to be very involved with this decision. That he was going to be consulted mightily.
I mean, if they're just elevating,
never really like spoken out about, like, there's been no story that he's upset about Sean McDermott gone.
I'm just trying to so. I mean, it probably doesn't matter whether he's the OC, the interim OC, or was he quarterback's coach for a while as well. Unless they get receivers, I don't see anything changing. Like, I would think the guy who's been running the offense will know.
How is he going to be different from Sean McDermott as a coach? That's always, it's weird when you have these changes.
I think that comes down to, like,
what is he going to do differently from Sean McDermott that's going to be?
And that probably, I mean, from a schematic thing, probably not a lot's going to change because he was the OC anyway. But from a managing people situation, like, where they're going to be in a better spot there? Does he change things in that fashion?
He's going to need a strong DC. Whenever these things get hired, I always think you need that strong coordinator from the other side.
And they interviewed so many people.
Yeah.
And then they just settle for him in-house. Like, I wonder how he feels. Like, why didn't they just go, hey, you're our guy? We know you're our guy, so we're going to give you a 5-year deal right away. When they go and talk to 20 other people. It's almost like they were looking for something better.
Or it's maybe just going, maybe they're looking at Joe Brady and be like, it can't be this easy. Let's go talk to some other people because it can't, like, or what are we missing with other people? Let's go make sure we're not missing something. And then they're just constantly coming back on me, it's Joe Brady. It's Joe Brady.
I wonder, we'll get into it tomorrow morning. I wonder where Bills fans come out on this. Like, this was the same guy. This was a guy who was working very closely with a head coach that could never get you over the hump. So now you're kind of saying that, well, it was McDermott was the problem. Brady's our guy. We believe in him. He's going to change things. And I don't know. I think it's a very uninspired hire. But they must love him.
There's a flip side. Ravens fans, there's a couple that sit there and just go, a couple of years ago, the Ravens should have moved on from John Harbaugh and hired Mike McDonald. They just lost the AFC Championship game, but, this is a hot coaching candidate.
So there's another twist on
it. Look at what he's doing with Seattle, that sometimes it's also you just don't want to see a bright mind go from your organization. You said like didn't work with Sean, but we also don't want to see Joe Brady leave because he'll probably leave at some point very soon.
All right, that's pretty much going to do it for the Lock Shop. We'll check out EST specials. Go to playalberta.ca or download the Play Alberta app. I'll watch this 10 minutes.
Is it still warm?
I think I've probably tapped out at about just under 6 hours.
Incredible.
Yeah.
What an invention.
This Yeti mug is pretty impressive.
I hope it's in the Smithsonian.
I want to set a Play Alberta number on the specials page. How long does ice last in Dusty's Yeti? And we set it like 23 and a half hours, and then we just let her ride. That would be fun. I know we've got a great relationship with those guys over there, but if we text that to those guys, they're going to be like, what the hell is this? And would you be okay with plus 120? Yes, we would. All right, so we've got, watch it. We've got our Super Bowl play coming up. What's that?
Is anyone coming in here?
No, I don't know. Okay. Who knows where Hernan is right now? It's supposed to be in here. I got it. We'll be fine. All right, that is going to do it for the Lock Shop today. We got 2 guys in goalie coming up with myself, Matt Cassian, and Joaquin Gage. That is on the way. If you're watching on YouTube, turn on autoplay.
All set, Hernan. He's already got it going. Man,
so
you rip him at the start of the show.
My goodness. Wait, where were you? What were you doing?
We were talking about the sexiest man alive list.
Makes sense. That's exactly where I expected you to be. Can I guess who's at the top of the list?
Well, we were talking. Reed's quizzing Gager, Jay, and I.
Okay.
At who's won it twice?
Patrick Dempsey.
No.
George Clooney.
George Clooney's won.
How many guys have won it twice?
I think 3 or 4.
Henry Cavill.
Brad Pitt.
No.
Brad
Pitt, yes.
No, not Henry Cavill.
Another one.
Do you know the 4?
I know the 3.
There's only 3.
He's still quizzing us on the 4th.
Brad Pitt, George Clooney.
This gentleman has been in a lot of movies, has been acting since he was a kid.
Leonardo DiCaprio?
No. He does serious and comedic relief.
Ralph Macchio?
No.
We gotta go break. Or we got
Jason Bateman.
He's in Pirates of the Caribbean.
Johnny Depp.
Who's that 4th one? We'll find out. Coming up on 2 Guys at a Goalie for GS Construction. Don't go anywhere. For Maddie, I'm Dusty. Thank you very much for watching Lock Shop. Best of luck if you're riding with us tonight, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.